attention. That's what they want. Even if they're spooky, that's to get your attention. Attitudes, attitudes, attitudes. We were told by the great minds down through the centuries that it's our attitudes. Man is his attitudes. Do you know your attitude? Yeah, I thought I knew my attitudes. Well, no, what? See, I had terrible attitudes, and I know that's all I have to remember. They were terrible. Why? Because I say so. Yeah, you see, that's the whole thing. You have a valid say, and if you're not really aware that what you're saying is being produced in your future, because it isn't falling into the past. You know, I thought that for years, that what I said that before. So, and then it also says, "Blessed is the man that does not condemn himself for that which he has allowed." See, immediate forgiveness right there. New start in life right there. Feel after him, you better, better, better. What else is there to say?
You've almost put it in a box, wrapped it up, and gift wrapped it, and sent it off in the mail. They got it, or should.
All you have to do is keep reminding yourself. What did God leave you? A remembrancer, a Holy Ghost. There's where the word holy counts. All those other holy, holy, holy this and holy, holy, holy that, that's all. What?
Yeah.
What is it? What does it bring you? What isn't holy? I mean, there's only God. So now tell me, how do you get that this is holy and that ain't holy? See, if you see this as a virtual reality, not reality, but the mind of man reality, which is a virtual reality. And you can say, you can dream the dream. Why not make it a lovely dream? Because you're going to be dreaming something, because you won't stop talking to yourself. And as long as you're talking to yourself, you're creating dreams. Hello? Do you think they think that's true?
I think that it is. And I think that one of the challenges, a lot of times people talk about Neville's technique, just before going to sleep, visualize what it is that you want. But they forget about what they've talked to themselves throughout the day about.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're creating every word.
Yeah.
You understand? Every word out of your mouth are a thought, because thoughts are things.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they're all the things here, and they're all thoughts. Somebody dreamed them up,
yeah.
And somebody else probably produced them.
Absolutely.
But it still came out of the mind of man. You're given to dress the way, and look at it. We dressed it, and then we undress it. But that's just the stupidity. That's the curse of brilliant destruction. Why? What is gained in war? Does anybody really gain anything? And yet they go at it with such verve. Just, you think they can have something better to do?
You would think.
I get that. I don't know. Take up bowling or something. You have to have something to focus on. And you're doing so, but are you wise in what you're choosing to focus on? Because You see, it's a case of what you're looking for is looking for you. You see, and if the two agree, you find each other.
Mm-hmm.
Attitude, attitude, attitude. If you know your attitudes, that's the whole point of there. Is just letting you know. We're not telling you what to think. We're telling you that you are thinking, but thinking what? Because that's your world of experiencing. That's something to think about, isn't it?
It is something to think about. It's actually very powerful for the person to contemplate, for all of us to contemplate. So, absolutely.
Is it just we're all lazy?
Primarily and programmed to be lazy.
Yeah, I was just lazy. No, really, really. You know, when these scholars are really scraping through all of this rhetoric that's actually in Scripture, but it has an inner meaning, an inner feeling that you have to grasp. It's with you. It's already with you, but you have to grasp it, and by that it's a feeling. You know, you know, you know you won,
Yeah.
or you know you lost. Which one are you feeling? See, you can in any moment check like check your pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Your pulse is what you're saying. Understand? What are you saying? Because that's what's running your life. Your voice. Even if you're just thinking it, yes, that's right. Because, yeah, even if you're just thinking it, yes. See, I missed that. I missed that big time. But because I didn't give it any credit, for being, just a thought I had. Yeah. If you don't want to see it in action in your world, do not think about it.
Or delete it. If it comes up, delete, delete, delete.
So, hey, you notice I blocked out that white thing back there because someone said something and it said, is that your halo? I said, what? And I was looking at one of those, see, and it showed. So I put a shirt over it. So out with the halo.
I said sometimes we have halos, sometimes we have horns.
Oh yeah, oh of course, yeah. But understand, it's as you think that the feeling that you are that, whatever it is, good or otherwise,
Absolutely.
that's what you're going to be experiencing. Now, and so you make up your own mind. We're not trying to make up your mind for you, or tell you what to think. It's all we're telling you. This is your message. You left it for yourself. If you want to hear it, we just gave it to you. If you want to use it to your benefit, please do so. But you got it. You heard it. But you have to use it. Worshiping God is using his gifts. And you can see the numerous gifts. Think of a caveman, his existence, and think of your existence here. You push a button, it's heat. Push a button, it's cool. It's we're a push button society. You
Absolutely.
understand? So you got so many gifts you couldn't even count them. You would miss half of them. And all you have to do is be aware. And that's what that was a very hard thing to do because I didn't have the patience to be aware of anything for very long. A couple minutes, maybe, maybe, and then something happens, it's gone. But if you do learn to focus your attention, yeah, you'll live a much happier life, I'll tell you. You'll know more about control than you ever did before if you practice, because it's just a practice. It's no different than when you were a child in school learning your ABCs or whatever. Reiteration over and over and over. You forget it next week, but to get to the test, you did it. And you can do it. And I know you can do it. And the reason I know you can do it is because God told you to do it. Come on. God told you to do this. Why would you question him? I assume he knows what he's doing, even if we don't. Yeah. You'll learn to live by that. You understand? He tells you, look, let go, let God. Why? I tell you that. If you couldn't do it, why would he bother to tell you if you couldn't do it? Why would he tell you that if you couldn't do it? And he would know. I mean, after all, he created you, so he'd know if you could do it or not, because, and he said so, do it. Do a thing, and you shall have the power. The power. There's only one. Only one power. So you're operating that one power, aware or unaware. All we're trying to do is to make you aware of what you're saying to yourself. That's all it is, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that you said it. Somebody had reminded me the other day about doing the thing. And as we do the thing, the power reveals itself.
It absolutely does. But if you were using it the wrong way, you're going to say, oh, damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, well, that's absolutely right. You did know it was going to happen because you sat around and thought about it until now here it is happening. That's how it operates. Do a thing, that you're doing that thing. And then you get the results from doing that thing. And like it or lump it, it's all your creativeness. You're just using it wildly because you're using it all the time. Every word, don't you understand? Every word must be accounted for. That was oh, that was really something to wake up to. That every word must be accounted for. You sit and think for a little while. And actually examine what you're actually saying. You might find you really caught the guy, that one that's setting you up for all the problems you're having. You caught him right there, and don't let him go. Don't let him go. Don't let him run wild. That's what you do. You start thinking about, well, what if this happens and what if that happens? Yeah, well, what if it does? You did it. And then you could have stopped it. Do you believe that? Do you believe you could have stopped it? I'm telling you that you could have stopped the problem before it even started. If you're listening to what you're saying to yourself, are you saying, oh, do I want to actually experience that? No. Take it off your thinking list. Take that little scenario there and throw it out. And you can do this. I'm telling you, people say, oh, you don't understand. I don't know. Yes, I do understand. And that you really want to be stupid. You understand? If you want to be stupid, boy, you can really top the chart. But do you want to do that? I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes. And I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.